This is my life reversed. I chose a person from birth. I felt the lion's tongue. He thought I craved his fun, but I hid it so well, till it almost killed me, till I almost killed myself. My life was always incomplete. The stronger part of me was buried by my feet. I walked a path of war. The suffocated, depleted my soul. My heart could not ignore that the truth was a lie, and the lie wasn't love, but the love was a gun. And they say it's only love can make us. Why does it break us? Because you trust in somebody, you're forgetting about yourself, you're forgetting about your world. And oh, I'll pull you out, I'll make light out of you, to erase the choir of the breaking heart. And I know, oh, it's the stuff that we feel that makes us into whatever's real. And I know that facing up to this will be something I'll learn from, will be something I'll grow from. And justice, the truth will set me free. I'll love my body, I'll find my baby. And oh, I'll pull you out, I'll make light out of you, to erase the choir of the breaking heart. And I know, oh, it's the stuff that we feel that makes us into whatever's real.
What was your first experiences of playing music?
There was always a guitar around the house, so I always had an interest in the guitar. I just picked it up and started strumming, like with 2 strings, and making up my own songs and things like that. But progressively then learnt a few chords, just 3. Yeah. And started
3 chords.
3 chords. I started writing my own songs around those 3 chords for like years.
What age would you have been when you started doing that?
Probably about 8 or something.
You just thought it was something I want to do, something I want to learn.
Yeah, well, I didn't even know at that time. It was like what I wanted to do. I could just do it.
Yeah.
And it was only until I was about 15 when I started kind of really writing songs naturally. I was like, oh, can't believe I wrote that.
So you pretty much kind of had that from such an early age, that you had that creativity, and that, you know, and it was something that you always enjoyed doing.
It was fun.
Yeah. Did it feel like when you picked up the guitar, it was like you felt like you were home with it?
Yes, definitely. I was always picking up the guitar, even when I was doing my GCSEs. I always left it to the last night before the exams. They study because I was too busy playing the guitar and writing my own songs beforehand. So that's how important it was to me then, without even knowing.
Yeah, it was just it was just your passion from an early age. Yeah. And what about your musical influences? You know, what would your musical influences have been when you were growing up, or you know, what songs would you like to listen to, which kind of inspired you to make music?
When I was really young, there used to be like a record called "This Is the Real McCoy." And I don't even know where they're at now, but I used to listen to that on speed, the speed,
listened
Like
to it
an
really.
actual vinyl record.
I
back in
used
the
to
day,
put that on fast and just listen to that. And there was a song called Run, Joey, Joey, Run. I still love that. But when I got older, there were the bands and all that were on the TV were like the Cores and stuff like that. I hadn't really like reached out and developed like big influential influences or anything like that. I just listened to what was in the charts. Like Natalie Imbruglia's Torn.
Yes.
I loved that. I think everybody did.
Yeah, I remember that as well, yeah.
It was brilliant at the time. I used to just stand in front of a mirror and do that.
Yeah.
But then came about 1995 when I think that was the year Alanis Morissette brought out Jagged Little Pill. That was it then for me.
Yeah.
She was my main inspiration.
And she was an acoustic player as well. She plays
Yep,
guitar
she was
as well.
acoustic and the
So
way
you just
she wrote lyrics.
identify with her.
Yeah, totally. And her lyrics were really different and obscure, and I found that I had a knack for doing that as well. So that just took me off in one.
Yeah, kind of inspired you to kind of say, right, this I identify with this person, this is a performer I identify with, and I'm going to develop my own style from that.
Totally. Then she led me into female rock, No Doubt, and Skunk and Nancy, and bands like that, anything that was female, because it was very powerful at the time, and I just felt that that was for me. I don't think I've even come on leaps and bounds since then. I'm always kind of, you know, that type of vibe, you know, that kind of female, kind of power singer, and
the strong vocal and strong lyrics and things.
Yeah.
So how would you define your style if you could label your style? How would you define it?
I have a few different styles. I am developing a band at the moment, and that's kind of like a mixture of the Pixies and Interpol and the XX. That's a three-piece, kind of that Nirvana kind of strength.
Are you all female as well? Or
No, it's me and a guy called Jack Carlin, and we're like a two-piece, but we're kind of we're working with a drummer at the minute. That's only new. No one's committed to anything, but we'll see how that goes. But my style solo would kind of be like a folk punk.
Yeah.
A folk
kind of
punk.
an eclectic kind of a bit of mix as well. Yeah,
exactly.
And you feel that like that is your personality coming through in your music?
Definitely, that was my personality. I was very kind of aggressive in the past, and I would have been far more punky than folk punk. But I find myself mellowing out now a lot with my songwriting, but the punk kind of vibe's still there. So I'm constantly kind of changing. I'm working with dance producers as well at the minute, and I used to hate dance. Yeah. But now I really
Do you think
like
your style kind of evolves as you get older in life, and or you go through different phases in your life? And I think that maybe does that reflect in your music?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the way it works for me and most people. I would kind of mainly write about stuff that's happened in my life, or things that, not that I'm going through, but just experiences that I've had or I'm having, and I'm trying to be a lot more positive with them now. Where in the past I would have been in one. But now I'm like outside looking at it. Yeah. So.
And do you find it easy to write your own music, or does it come to you quite naturally when you do you get them? Because I'm not a songwriter, so I'm always curious to know, for people who do write songs, how do they do it? Do you get an idea of something you want to write, or do you sit down and say, right, I'm going to write a song today, and then you just go with whatever comes? How does the process go?
Sometimes if I'm working with other people and they go, I would really like you to do lyrics to this or something. Like a guy called Ricochet, he's a hip hop artist. I've been doing vocals with him, and that's just usually if I get the song and hone in on the vibe, I can usually come up with something on the spot. But when it's myself, I don't put myself under any pressure to sit down and think about it. I would just sit and I would work out a melody, and if it's nice, then the lyrics will flow around it, and then it's usually afterwards I kind of realise what the song's about, because I let myself go within that. But sometimes it's a thought out process, but not not
Does it take
much.
long to write a song though?
Some songs are bits and pieces that have been sitting down and recorded for years even, and they match up in time when I'm playing a wee bit, and then I go, oh, I wrote that ages ago, or I find a piece. But others tend to just come out within an hour or half an hour, and they usually be the best, So.
Maybe because they're just like so spur of the moment in your feelings, and go more into them. Yeah. Can you tell me about maybe the lyrical inspiration behind a personal favourite of your songs that you've written?
A song called Distraction I wrote. That was a song kind of, well, it is about like evolution, spiritual evolution. I'm no way completely spiritually evolved. I think we're all kind of evolving in that sense, but that's like coming from a dark place, running into all these distractions, and then suddenly kind of awareness hits you, and you realise you're a lot more, and you're here for a lot more, and we're connected to a lot more things. So it's about kind of waking up from a journey that you were in that was full of distractions and on the right road.
Yeah, so that kind of really maybe applied to your life at that time when you wrote it as well. Yeah.
But I find it a very powerful song now to sing. So I do. I really enjoy singing it, and it feels like it's completely a part of me.
It's
and
almost like a bit of therapy as well.
Yeah,
you know, if you're feeling
exactly.
down, like when you listen to certain songs, you can lift you up, and it's probably the same, or even more so, more powerful when you write your own songs and play them.
Yeah, totally. That's a lot of songs. Some songs I would write, and then if I don't really know what I'm on about at the time, in the future I go, oh, I made that happen by singing that song so much. It's
you're creating your you know what you want to do.
Laws of attraction.
That's it. Yeah, that's definitely. I agree with that totally. Actually, so, you've been on the singer-songwriter circuit for quite a while. You know, you've been in various bands, and you've also been a solo performer. So tell me about your first performance that you did live.
My first performance live. Okay, that was in the tech. It was in the catering section for a big event that the catering section put on. It was me and a few friends. That kind of broke me in. That was acoustic. But I soon joined a band called Case. After that, I took over from two really amazing female singers, Emily Whelan and Sinead Quinn. And they were doing all rock, punk, everything like that, and that was just up my tree.
Fitting right in with
exactly.
you. Yeah.
Went up to the Bound for Boston with a whole band behind me, all amazing musicians, and just rocked it out. And ever since then, that was me. I caught the bug. That was it.
That would have been like your first main performance that you done, yeah.
I even did two original songs at that the band had happily learnt and became part of. And
brilliant for a debut. And how did you feel coming off stage doing that gig in the Bound for Boston?
I felt brilliant. I couldn't believe I'd done it. I couldn't believe I had the confidence to do it, because I remember standing up watching people doing karaoke and going, how do they do that? Because it meant so much to me, maybe not so much to other people. That if I thought, if I went up there and did that, that's me putting everything on the line.
You're there in yourself in a way.
Exactly, because this is what I'm passionate about. But it all turned out brilliant.
What are your ambitions for the future now, Johanna?
My ambitions for the future is to keep writing loads of music, collaborating. I'm working with a small team now. Hopefully, we're going to bring music to a different kind of level within Derry, collaborate with hip-hop artists, punk, electronic, everything. We're going to put a gig on the 21st in Cafe Soul. Have an artist over from England called Dash the Baptist, and that's all going to be to promote our record label that we will be developing.
So you've got a lot of things on the go, like, you know, record labels, and everything just seems to be, your life's immersed in music at the moment.
At the minute it's like a hobby that everyone's really interested in, that we are so, passionate about developing into a business.
Well, you're going to play a couple of songs for us, so if you'd like to introduce the songs that you're going to play for us.
Okay, my first song is My Life Reversed, and my second song is called Taxman.
That's brilliant. That's great. We'll get set up to listen to that now. Thank you, Johanna.
Thank you.
I did what I could. I didn't want you running away, running away, running away, running away, whatever. I didn't change my mind. I didn't want our love to go, whatever. And then the tax man gave it away. We're running down by the river. Well, I saw you just the other day, and the sun, it reminds me, baby, of you. And then I start to shiver, because I fell asleep and you went away. This was in my time. You threw it out, you're giving it up, giving it up, giving it up, giving it up, whatever. I tried to ignore these feelings deep inside, grew sore, whatever. And then the tax man gave it away. We're running down by the river. over because I fell asleep and you went away. She don't love you, she don't love you, she don't love you, she don't love